Hello and welcome back to Farming Simulator here on Alps Panorama at the Northern Sea. Sorry, I had a brain fart. Forgot what map we was on for a minute. So, in the time lapse, I got mowing and tedding and windrowing done. I have yet to start baling the hay, but I did notice that some of our fields are now ready to harvest. So what I think I'm going to do to start things off is we're going to come over to our medium field, the one that I believe has oat in it, and have a worker start harvesting that for us and laying down. Oh no, that one over there is wheat. So that's what, yeah. So we'll have a worker start harvesting that for us, and while they're harvesting that, we will take our Valtra tractor. I should have went the other way, dang it. We'll take our Valtra tractor and the baler, and we'll go start baling some grass. We have a lot of baling to do here within the next little while, so we'll probably spread it out over time. But I'd like to get it done as quickly as possible due to the fact that we have practically no money. Because we're going to bale up straw from this wheat over here. I believe it's wheat. Let me just double check. Forgetful. Yeah, wheat. And as usual, we're going to have the worker start over here by the tree. Because if we start them out over here, they tend to not be so intimidated by the tree. Yep, we got to make sure it's laying down a swath line, or whatever that is. Just the laying down this stuff for us to come pick up. So yeah, while that's doing, oh look, and we got our first little box of eggs from our chickens. Oh, and before I started the time lapse, I did do a few things off camera, just things that wouldn't have been very good in the time lapse. It would have looked really funny. I purchased. We already bought this in one of our previous episodes for the bucket so that we can clean up after our chickens and our cows. But I went over and bought a bell fork so we don't have to keep taking the one out of the shredder. And I moved some of the loose bells over here, the ones that were like all falling over here, and I stacked those ones the best I could. Just to make more room, because I know we're going to have a lot more hay coming in here. So while that worker does that, we'll go over and start baling. But before that, I want to keep this tractor and baler in tip-top condition. I don't know if it helps anything. I don't know what effect the baler has when it's not, when it's like broken or damaged a little bit. I know that like some seeders and fertilizers and stuff will do the job slower, and I don't want this to have any impact, or not this, but the damage have any impact on how fast we're working. Whoa. Freki, let's get driving down. One thing I have to say is I kind of don't really like where the eggs unload, because if you let them build up, they're going to come out to like right here. So you're going to have to barely have room to drive past them. And me being me, I'm going to run over them multiple times. I already know it. But without further ado, let's get started on this up here. Oh, we're gonna have to go turn around real quick. And it's gonna be kind of a funny thing, because if you watch the last one, working over here, it tends to a lot of these bales are gonna tend to just roll on down. And yes, I know we have grass in here for now. Just the first bale. And it's going to wrap it up as a silage bale. But yeah, everything's going to kind of roll down the hill. We'll probably end up with a few over there in our field of soybeans. So I'm thinking when we can upgrade, we're going to get a square baler, mainly because of the incline of the hill here causes quite a bit of trouble. And after doing this for a while, I've realized that it would be much better to have a square baler so we don't have to continue to stop. Like this. One of the main reasons being I play with speakers. I don't have headphones on, and so when I'm recording, I turn down the volume so it's relatively low, so that my mic doesn't pick up the volume, because then it would just be a weird echo chamber, and so I don't necessarily hear the indicator telling me that it's getting full, and so I'll just continue driving, which is not good, because then I have to go back and do the work all over again. But yeah, even without fertilizing this grass field, look how much hay we're actually getting. It's pretty impressive. Oh, I missed a bit. We're gonna put this bale over here. There we go. Still missed some. What's going on with that? Is it like a glitched out something? Oh, or is it because I don't have access to the land? That's probably... Oh, I got it. Ignore me. Ignore what I was saying about not getting it. We got it. But yeah, we're going to have a lot of hay bales after this is done. Which is good, because we're going to need them for our cows eventually. Maybe some sheep. And bam. Nope. A little bit. There we go. Yeah, see the bells? They're just constantly rolling down. Aimlessly. Until they rest down here at the bottom. We're probably going to end up having to grab one of our Fendt tractors and put narrow tires on it, so that we can go retrieve the bells out of our field over there. Oh. Helper H has a nearly full grain tank. We'll have to go handle that here in a second. I'm just going to finish up on this strip of grass here. Or strip of hay, my bad. Hopefully we can get... Yeah. I was going to say, hopefully we don't have to pick up right at that grass area, because then we'll be doing a grass bale. Here we go. We're just going to come down here and finish this like so, and then we'll turn off the tractor. Oh wow, it's gonna get a lot. We're gonna get a lot of wheat. It's already 80% full, and it's only done that much. So we just gotta grab one of our tractors. I'm just gonna grab the case, because like I said, we might need the Fendt, and the Fendt that has the fertilizer tank on it and stuff, it doesn't have a front loader attachment, and as you can see up in the top right, we are super broke, so we don't have the ability to go purchase a front loader attachment or do the upgrade. So we'll leave that other Fendt available if we need it. Plus, we don't need to go super fast around the farm. We're going to be putting the wheat in our storage for whatever reason, mainly because it's not worth that much. Oh no. No dude. No dude. Don't start yet. I can't drive on my crops. Don't do this to me. Stop. Okay. Yeah, it's almost full. 98%. Just unload real quick. Whoop, if I don't overshoot it. There we go. There we go. So yeah, you do get a lot of wheat out of the same size field, like much more than soybeans. Because if I remember right, with soybeans, this whole field can be done in one harvester. Like without having to unload, just unload one time. And then we can get some oats from that little field for our horses, which I think what we're going to do next is in this medium field right here, we're going to plant oats in it. Just so we have a big stockpile for our horses. Because I think our horses that we currently have are going to need all those oats, if not more than that. So let's turn that tractor off. And we will run just as fast as our little legs will take us. Back up here to the Valtra. And start baling again. Alright, here we are. Oh, what did I do wrong here? Did something wrong. We're not picking up. Okay, back up. Wow, I lifted the pickup. That's what I did. I think our current tractor, I believe that this Valtra has more than enough horsepower to pull a square baler. The only downside of buying the square baler, and the main reason we bought this one, was because this one can wrap it in the grass into silage, which is super helpful. So there's really no complaints. You know, it's doing its job wonderfully. I just think in the long run, to spare myself a headache, I guess, the square one would be a bit better. Be much faster at getting this done, at least. The hay part and the straw bales. But when it comes to silage, I do like the fact that it can wrap it automatically. That's really helpful. And if we weren't on such a hill, that I probably wouldn't even consider getting a different baler. And I was thinking when I was mowing and everything, I could do it from, here, it might be easier to explain using the map. I could go, here, let me look at my mouse, see the pointer? I could go back and forth like this, which would make it so the bells wouldn't roll, because they wouldn't be on the hill, really. But coming down here and going back and forth, that would just be a pain. It's much easier to go back and forth in long strips. The nice thing is if we do happen to get one of our bells and they go out of our property, like if they roll, like see how, watch, but this is going to say you don't have access to this land, right? But with my bell, on the baler it doesn't work, but when I have the auto-loading trailer that picks up the bells, it picks them up no problem. Even if it's not on property that we own per se. Oh. Yeah, so this is the one that's probably going to roll into that field over there. One thing I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to remember to throw some extra fertilizer down on this field. Last time I just completely spaced it. I don't know why. I think it was probably because I was sick or something. Just didn't even cross my mind. But it doesn't look like we're hurting too bad from not doing it. We're getting quite a few bales, but it would be interesting to see, like, I don't think we're getting nearly as much as we did the silage bales when it had 2 layers of when this field of grass had 2 layers of fertilizer spread on it. And it looks like between the oat and the wheat that we are harvesting, or, well, the wheat we are harvesting and the oats we will soon be harvesting, we're going to have plenty of straw bales. So that's nice. And with the total mixed ration needing... Whoa, my bird's freaking out. With the total mixed ration needing 2 bales of hay, it would have kind of been nice to have more bales of hay available for us. Drop it. I think making this a grass field was the best idea instead of using one of our other fields like our medium field. Because at first I was thinking about using our medium field, just putting it grass and using it as a grass field. Which would have been easier if I planned on using the AI or the helper to mow and windrow and all that jazz, you know, because it would have worked with the map coordinates, the north, east, west, and south coordinates that these AI workers seem to have. But we wouldn't have got nearly as much. So this is working out. And so far with these hay bales, we haven't had any rolly ones with a mind of their own, trying to go too far away from us. Yet. That's good. I did notice up there in the top right, we did say that he's 80% full, but I was just going to wait for him to be 100% full and see if he can't. Our worker down there doing wheat is 80% full, but I want to see if he can actually finish. Maybe he can finish the field before he is absolutely full. That's the hope. Man, our baler's getting dirty. I really need to start cleaning our equipment a lot more. I always forget. And then I get in these machines and start using them and they're so dirty. It's kind of weird that the grass texture with that real dirt mod isn't really getting my tractor all... I mean, the wheel wells are all green, which is good, I guess. I'm just surprised that the tires don't have a whole bunch of grass on them. But maybe it's because it's not wet, because of the tedder. That would make sense. Looks like our harvester down there is on its last little row. I doubt it's gonna take it all. Yeah, full grain tank. Alright, let's just flip this around. Alright, turn it off. Let's go save him. Nice. And we're able to access the auger spout without having to move the harvester. That's nice. Man, we have some baling for days. We have to finish all the bales of hay up there, and then come get these straw bales. That's good. The workers should continue once they have unloaded the wheat. And they can get on with their job, which means we can come get on with our job. Alright, here we go. I think real quick I'm going to turn around and just pick up this little strip of grass right here that it looks like I didn't grab with the windrower. Hay, not grass, my bad. Alright. It wasn't much, but it's better than leaving it laying around, right? Right, we'll just go with that. Oh, and helper A has completed their task, so it looks like they're done over there. We'll just leave them there for now. They're not hurting anything, because we have to clean up all that straw on the field before we can actually plant anything else or fertilize or anything, so. That was weird. My audio cut out on my game. It does that sometimes. I'm not quite sure why. It's done it ever since I started playing, though. I'll be playing along, can hear my tractor humming away, and then all of a sudden it just goes quiet, so I have to zoom in to get closer to the tractor, and then it kicks back on. Thankfully, I did notice that it doesn't do it in the recording, so like, you guys will always hear, even if my volume turns off and I don't hear anything, it doesn't cut off for you guys, which I'm extremely thankful for. That would be really frustrating for me if you guys had audio loss like I do. Which at the same time really leaves me confused, because how is it picking up the audio perfectly in the recording when it cuts out audio for me? And this is the only game it does it on. It doesn't do it on any other games. Weird. I don't know. Oh, and as you guys can probably tell, I'm playing on the broken controller. That's why the camera keeps going over. Man, we are getting quite a few bells. Very nice. We don't have access to this land. Fine. I don't want access to this land, okay? Not yet, anyway. I do think that'd be... How much is that land? Oh, it's big. 124, 94, 76. I think this one, right here, either that one or this one of these two, would be good for that greenhouse idea I was having. I think I'm really going to do that. I think I'm going to buy a little place. That's if we can get enough manure from our cows to sustain them. I'm going to buy a few greenhouses and just have like a whole little greenhouse farm going on. Calm down, Aussie bird. Almost done. Well, we're closer than we were to being done. That qualifies as almost, right? Let's have this last little section here. Shouldn't take too long. I hope. And when we're done with this, we're not going to pick them up right away. We're going to go over, grab the harvester, unload it, what the little bit that's in there, and then go over and harvest that oat. Then we'll have both those fields taken care of. Then all we have to do is, like, Ozzy, calm down. All we have to do is bale everything up, and then we can start planting more stuff in those fields. Oh, there's a bell rolling on the left. See it? It's creeping down. Oh no. Traveling bells. Calm down, Ozzy. You need to take a chill pill, dude. Alright. Man, only being at $7,000 and being so far in debt is very stressful. Sometimes when I'm not playing, I think, are we going to make it? Are we going to be able to recover from this? But I just got to keep trying to keep the hopes up with the horses. That's why we bought extra horses. And hopefully that should be a good way to pay off our debt. I'm going to try not to buy anything else unnecessary. So we're going to stick with just buying the essentials such as seeds and fertilizer and lime until we pay off our loan. I'm going to try my best not to get any more loan to buy anything else. Unless it's if there's something pops up that we absolutely need, which I can't think of anything, But that doesn't mean that there's not going to be something that we need. But I'm going to do my best to not get any more loan. Oh, thought it was full. Which means we're probably going to have to stop hiring workers here soon, because we're just getting more and more broke with no income coming in as of yet. Hopefully when those soybeans over in our big field over there are ready, they're worth some decent money. That'll save us. Oop. Alright, here we go. I guess if worse comes to worse, we could sell some of our hay bales, even though I'd prefer not to. I'd prefer just to keep a big stockpile of them. Because a penny saved is a penny earned, and if we don't have to buy more hay bales, well, which I guess, in all reality, we don't have to buy more. It would just be another mowing and windrowing and tedding and baling session. So it wouldn't be so bad. There. Man, I think we are making out pretty dang good. This is a lot of bales. A lot of bales make for happy cows. It's so rainy here in real life where I live. Just a gray, dull day outside. Whoop. Almost overshot that. There we go. And oh, look, we have some bales rolling down to that other field over there. Alright, that's it. At least for now. What we're going to do right now is we're going to take this Valtra and our baler. Oh, I guess we could grab that little bit right there real quick. Don't know why. Probably not going to help much. But what we'll do is we'll come down here, because we have 2,079 liters of hay in here. And what we'll do is we'll just quickly grab some straw and get the last little bit, because we're going to need to bale this up anyway. Which we'll do. And since today's been mostly baling, we're going to take a screenshot of us baling stuff up for the thumbnail. So that's what today's been full of. Today is brought to you by baling. In the words of Sesame Street. Actually, let's not continue baling. Let's take a break. Let's go over to our harvester, stick out its pipe, and grab our tractor and come unload the rest of the wheat that's in there. And then we can take our harvester over and start harvesting that oat. Whoa. Man, Freki, quit overshooting this thing. There shouldn't be much, just a little bit. Yeah, there it is. So we'll go empty this out real quick. And one thing I want to do is I want to check our supply of hay bales. Whoop, sorry about that. And if we have quite a bit of them, because we're going to get quite a few from that field, our medium field that we just did, then I don't think I'm going to bale up the straw that we would get from the oats. So let's go see. Well, that empties out. We have 20 of them. And then from this we'll probably get another stack or two. I think we're good. I don't think I need to do another baling session with those. So that's fine. And let's just turn this tractor off. We'll come get it later. And this thing's still just spinning. But here, let's just teleport magically over to the harvester. And we will go harvest up this oat. But we're going to run over this little bit of wheat to get it off the field. Bam. Alright, let's take care of this field. Oh. There we go. Our horses should be grateful. Really need to go get some gas in this thing. It would really suck to run out. Are we gonna need to lime this? Nope. Our little bee hut, so colorful. It brings in very low amounts of money. Still cool to have a pretty sweet feature. I guess you couldn't really expect honey to bring. I mean, it does rhyme with money, but you can't expect it to bring in lots of money. It'd be interesting to have just a bunch of them. Buy a whole bunch, like fill up this entire field, not just the field, but the entire, all the way around to the road, all the way over, just everywhere you can see. Put as many as you can fit down, and see how much money you could get. That'd be expensive though. And then that thing, I think it was like 20 grand. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm probably wrong. It was probably cheaper. But it seems like it was like 20,000 bucks. Oh, this is gonna make some happy horses. They have plenty of hay, but they run low on oats. I think this field should be just plenty for now, at least. And like I said, I'm gonna plant in the medium field we have over there. After we get all the straw picked up, we're going to put oats in there, and then that way we have a bit extra in the silo for when the horses do need them. Oh no. Oh no, we can't have that. There we are. Problem solved. Looks like our big field up there. If you look up in the distance, you can see the zigzagging of the yellow, the mature, ready to harvest crops coming in. So it should be ready to harvest here soon, which is perfect. And like I said, if the soybean price is good, which I'm hoping it is, we're probably gonna sell no matter what the price is, even if it's not extraordinary. It'll be mainly because we need money to keep going. Because like if we need to buy seed and fertilizer, we would be, I don't even know if we could afford it with 7,000 bucks. Dang controller. Sorry about that. We've already used this harvester for 6.5 hours. It's been a good harvester. I'm glad we upgraded. Especially for our big field up there. The big field that has soybean in it right now. It would be a painstaking process to have done that as many times as we've done it with the small harvester. So yeah, we'll probably finish off with, I don't know, maybe close to 6,000 liters of oat, which is probably enough to appease our horses we have now. Maybe add a little bit into the silo. Nothing very significant, of course, it's just going to be a little bit. But then once we get that medium field planted with oat, then we should have plenty to sustain ourselves in the future a little bit. Protect ourselves, give ourselves a cushion to fall back on. Oh look, we might even get a little bit more than 6,000 liters. I'm gonna say 6,500. Probably wrong, probably won't reach that high, but I'd rather aim high. Maybe we will. Who knows? Well, I know who knows. We will shortly. Duh, Freki. We're currently doing it. I was thinking that maybe after we get done with this harvest that we take the harvester over yonder, over there in the distance, and get some fuel, but with our money sitting where it's at, I think it'd be best just to keep on going with what we have. I mean, we can get a few harvests out of the half a tank we have. We've ran 6.5 hours so far on just a little over half a tank, or just by using a little over a half a tank. So we should be able to get at least another 4 hours of harvesting out of this. Oh. So I was wrong. We only got 6,359 liters. So let's flip around here. Oop. Try to line this up better. Drop it down. And we'll just extend the pipe here. Like so. And we will magically teleport to the case and go grab the oat, and we'll take it over to the horses. Should be more than enough to make these horses happy. Whoa, whoa, Freki, come on, let's not kill ourselves. Wreck our farm. Oh, you hear the rooster? The case tractor looks so cool. Big fan. There we are. Alright, let's go feed the horses. Without running over the egg box. And look at our cows, look at them in there. Oh wow, did you see that? They all just teleported around. Alright, here you go, horses. Hold on, what's going on here? Nope, tip side right, we want tip side left. There we go. Oh my gosh, I took even more than we had. How much do they need, dude? Huh. They're almost there, right? Whoa. What's going on? What do you mean start overloading? Oh, there's none in there. It says 0. I can see some though. What's going on here? You guys see that? There's a little bit left in the trailer. I don't understand it. Maybe it's just a glitch. Excuse me. Alright, let's just put this away for now. I don't have any more. Oh. There's none in there. Fine. Whoa. Just do whatever you're doing, okay? Leave me out of it. Just put our harvester away. Fold it up. Grab our header. Try not to take out the eggs or the fence or the other fence. We'll go park right over here. That'll do nicely. Like so. Very nice. And what else we got? We got more baling. I think what we'll do is we'll continue everything else in the next episode. And we'll start by baling and planting and picking up all of our bales. That's one thing we have to do. We have a lot of bales to pick up. But we are making progress towards making money, and our chickens are making progress and making a mess, as you can see. How many chickens do we have? We have 21. Did we get a new chicken? I think we did. Very cool. We had baby chicken. How many cows do we have? 15. That's how many we bought. And we don't get any new animals for 50 hours. So yeah. It's kind of weird that the horses don't reproduce. Probably make too much money if that was the case. But alright guys, I'm just going to wrap it up here. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. And you guys have yourselves a wonderful day.